It's often said that the eyes are the window to the soul, but throw in a spot of AI and there's so much more that can be seen in them.
An estimated 20 million eye tests take place in the UK every year, vital for getting the right specs, but these increasingly available retinal scans could one day delve deeper into your health too. They can already identify signs of conditions that can lead to blindness. But now, research at UCL Institute of Ophthalmology and Moorfields Eye Hospital is investigating whether AI might help us pick up other diseases this way too. And it's created a whole new potential field of diagnostics with its own name.
Oculomics. And this is a new term that we've coined just to describe this ability to use the eye as a window to the rest of the body. Just from looking at a retinal photograph, with the retina as like the nerve tissue at the back of the eye, just from looking at that, you can predict their weight, you can predict their blood pressure.
But it's even more impressive than that. There are indications that scans can predict signs of Parkinson's disease on average 7 years earlier than a regular diagnosis.
I went to the doctor and I said I don't feel very well. She sent me off to see the heart surgeon, and so they had my heart done, and for a year and a half I wasted the time I could have been diagnosed.
Perfect, Angela. If you just keep your forehead against the bar.
Angela has Parkinson's. She had to wait years for a diagnosis. But if technology like this had been used, it may have been spotted earlier, as she was already being treated by Professor Pierce for macular degeneration.
What would you have been able to do differently?
I would have been able to go to speech therapy longer, earlier. I'd have been able to go off and do something that I wanted to do, maybe go around the world, but I wouldn't go like this. I just generally enjoy my life a bit better, planned it.
And this is how simple a scan to potentially be able to find out all of that actually is.
You'll see a bright blue light. I just want you to look straight into that bright blue light. So Laura, we're looking at your scans right here, and this looks completely healthy and normal. These are the individual layers of the retina that we can see at the back of the eye. The inner layers go straight to the brain, and so often diseases that affect the brain will turn up right here at the front of the retina.
The layers shown by this equipment are 1 micron thick. That's 1,000th of a millimetre. Subtle changes are hard to spot, and that's why you need a large set of data to compare. In this case, 2 million anonymised eye scans from Moorfields, and of course the huge power of AI. And if other data sets are linked, then of course the possibilities could become bigger and bigger.
One of the things that we've been able to do is take all the data at Moorfields Eye Hospital, and we've been able to link it with national NHS databases. And so we can see that if someone has had an eye test done in Moorfields and had one of these retinal scans done, but if they've moved to Grimsby and had a heart attack, or moved to Liverpool and had a stroke, or any systemic disease, because we have this national linkage, we've got the perfect data set to be able to train and develop these AI systems. If we can begin to pick up systemic diseases like this when you go to an eye test, that has massive implications for screening and prediction of disease.
The team's now conducting further trials to see whether oculomics and the power of AI can predict strokes, heart attacks, inflammatory bowel disease, lung problems and more.
How do you feel about AI?
I feel it's the way forward, and we'd be very stupid to ignore it. I know it's got some bad press, but most of it is good press. And in a way, if it helps you get a diagnosis earlier and get the right treatment and make you sort of better, what's to not like?
And hopefully for this sort of use, many others might agree with Angela. Parkinson's and the other diseases that could become identifiable like this affect so many, and early diagnosis can make a huge difference to treatment and outcome.